Okay, good morning. Welcome to the meeting of the Conflicts of Interest Board. This morning we have on our open agenda consideration of an amendment to a rule and the adding of an additional rule that concerns gifts to certain gifts to and among city employees. This is the third time this appears on the agenda. We saw it on September 22 and November 24. If we approve today, this will move on to the law department and the mayor's office of operations for approval as is required by law. So I guess, Chad, if you want to summarize, but I think we're all familiar with the contents of this proposal.
So the substantive change from the last time the board has reviewed it is in 101K, the order of the provisions is being reversed so that the general rule that public servants are not prohibited from receiving gifts from their superiors or giving gifts to each other is first, and then only then does it go on to the more restricted circumstances under which superiors may be able to accept gifts from subordinates. And the thinking behind that was that it would just be easier to have the general rule first and then sort of these more complicated exceptions second. And then in the email with Wayne, there were just two small sort of clerical changes that he noted out. One was sort of an errant comma, and one was changing a can to a may. And those would be the only changes. And if the board approves those, it would go on in the process that you described. I'm
not sure I'm familiar with those changes. So,
sure. So in 1 second, let me just pull that up. Yeah. So on page, if you go to Exhibit 3, which is the clean copy.
Yeah.
On page 7, line 21.
Yes.
There's just a
comma.
There's a comma that doesn't belong. And then on page 6, line 2, entertainment, sporting, or cultural event can be accepted to may be accepted.
Okay. I had just a couple of comments on not on the rule, but on the statement of purpose.
Sure.
I'd like to just I guess on page 3 in the clean copy on line 18, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Could we say instead of acceptance implicating almost invariably donors targeting them, if we were to say that such acceptance may implicate donors targeting them? I don't know that it's invariably that would be the case. You know, if a superior or somebody with substantial discretion attended with a group of other people, we're saying you couldn't do it, but still, I'm not sure it's unavoidably that donors are targeting everybody who attends an event intended to boost morale. So I would suggest such acceptance may implicate donors targeting them in hopes of securing favorable city determination. If that
works, I think that reads well, Jeff.
If that's acceptable. And the other is on page 4, beginning on line 22 and going on to 5. Instead of saying, you know, people regularly collecting hundreds of dollars in cash or cash equivalents like Amazon cards, I'm not sure we have a situation. We've encountered people regularly doing something of that sort. So maybe we could just say safeguards against large or cumulative gifts to superiors from subordinates. So which is what it does, rather than setting, this language seems to imply that this would occur frequently, that superiors would seek to receive regularly hundreds of dollars of gifts. If we just say it safeguards against large cumulative gifts to superiors from subordinates by limiting the total amount of gift to $10. So,
What if we just, well, this sentence is about the cash piece. What if we just take out the adverb regularly?
we could say, yeah, collecting hundreds of dollars. Why?
Or even would offer a safeguard against a superior, particularly in a large city agency or office, collecting hundreds of dollars in cash or cash equivalents, such as Amazon gift cards from their subordinates. I don't think it. I think Carolyn might be right that if you take out regularly, it's clear that this is just a safeguard against people doing that. It's not actually saying that people are doing that regularly, but I think if we get rid of regularly, it resolves that confusion.
I can live with that.
Okay.
Here's a friendly suggestion.
Yeah.
Collecting seems to suggest there's some kind of ill will on the part of the superior. We're not simply concerned with that. We're just concerned with them receiving the possibility of them receiving that, whether they solicit it or not. Because the appearance, if you accept it, it's creepy.
Yeah.
So receiving or accepting instead of collecting, is that your friendly amendment, Wayne?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
So we'll remove the adverb regularly and then collecting to receiving.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that's good. It's good for me.
I think it's smarter. Okay.
Okay, those are my comments. Any other comments on the rule or the statement? If there aren't, can we have a motion to approve sending these forward to the Law Department and the Office of Operations for final review? Okay, we all approve?
Yes.
Okay. That, I guess, concludes the public portion of this meeting. Thank you.